would you rather have $5,000 a month for the rest of your life or a 7-figure career right now?
Well, I mean, math, I was good at it in high school, and now I'm a little slower at it. So I don't know what that looks like because I'm trying to break down the 7. You said 7 figures?
I'll break it down for you a little bit. I mean, 7 figures means the minimum annual salary is $1 million.
Okay.
And $5,000 a month equates to $60,000 a year.
$60,000 a year?
Yeah.
That's untrue, though.
5 times 12.
That is not untrue.
No, it's untrue because you. I see what you're saying.
Also, I'm gonna
because I'm factoring in taxes and shit.
Yeah, take taxes out. Let's pretend we're untaxed.
Okay, untaxed. Okay, got you. Damn. I mean, I'm gonna say the 7. I feel like that's the wrong answer though.
I think there is no wrong answer. I think this tells a lot about someone as a person though.
Why?
Because I'm taking the 5K a month, even though I know that you will have far more money than me.
I don't think that it says a lot about a person because of the multiple ways you could do this. Because you asked me this and I said I would take the 5K too, but it's because like if you just have a guaranteed 5K backup plan and you can go and do whatever you want with the rest of your life, you could go get a 7-figure career and also just have $5,000 free dollars a month.
So wait, we can just do other things?
Yeah.
I didn't know we could do other things. Then of course I'm taking the 5K because I could go make more money somewhere else.
You guys are not valuing a 7-figure career like you should. Do you know how few people in this country make a 7-figure annual salary?
I've never pictured a life from myself when I'm not making that.
Wait, guys, this question is dumb as fuck. Bro.
Why?
This question is so dumb.
Why?
You're saying, would I rather make $60,000 a year or a 7-figure like salary?
Would you?
That makes no sense.
I didn't look at it like
okay,
that.
all right. Nah, then I'm definitely taking the 7. That makes no sense.
Well, because my reasoning is I would take the 5K a month and not have to work.
Because you could get fired from your career.
But I don't think you fully fleshed this question out.
No, I've thought about it a lot.
I'm saying you didn't explain to me that one is a job and the other is you just get 5K.
It's a 7-figure career, 5K a month.
Okay, so that's the question.
God,
$5,000 a month for doing nothing
Stressed.
or having a career that pays you an annual salary of at least 7 figures.
Why does it feel like I actually have to make this decision right now? I'm stressed out. Oh my God, I'm like calculating it.
I think I have the best mentality about it.
Because I think I have the best mentality. And that's why it tells a lot about a person. It's because we both think we have the best mentality. But for me, I've had some days recently where, I've woken up on my time. I've taken an hour to read my book. I go for a walk around the block. I go buy groceries, I cook myself food, and I come back, I journal, I take a nap, whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is actually the dream. This is actually my dream, is being able to do this every day and just follow whatever I want with not really any responsibilities or any work shit to do, but to really just be able to like do whatever I want.
And I agree with you. And that's my dream as well. But I think those on those Sundays, I might want to do that. But most days I want to create. So I would like to be able to wake up on my own time, move on my own accord, but be able to like more so create freely. And whatever I want to do and be a part of and make, I can go do, and I have to go the resources to go do it. It's just like kind of.
I don't think I can create freely within a job.
You make your own job.
But like, what do you mean create freely?
Like I want to like make music. Like that's why I work in the music industry. You know what I mean? I want to be able to like create music. That's what I love. I don't love the fucking signing artist part of it and all that. I want to make music with someone.
But see, I would like to have unlimited time and not have to worry about work so I could learn how to produce and spend 8 hours a day making beats knowing that it didn't need to work. Like, I don't want my art to hinge on the fact that it needs to work. I want to truly be able to create freely, which means not needing to monetize any of it.
Well, I think you could also create. Do you think TDE creates freely?
No.
Why? It doesn't have to.
You got to keep the lights on.
But I think you
got to keep the lights on.
And you can keep the lights on independently and doing it straight up. There's no, you know what I mean? I think their operation is very low overhead. I don't think they're like doing anything extravagant, have no crazy offices. So I think they're able to, because they're living beneath their means, make music that they believe in and continue to produce a Ray Vaughn and people like that, or spend 5 years on a Doechii, where they're making music that creatively fulfills them and is what they want to make and what they feel is good, but it's not translating to artist success.
I see what you're saying, but also you hear the stories about how difficult it is to get a TDE album released.
Yeah.
You know
it
what I
has
mean?
to be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creatively. Because but when you're
But
creating,
but perfect to the label, not perfect to the artist.
no.
Yes.
No.
SZA has talked about that.
But-
Reason has talked about that.
but-
it has to be perfect to the label.
Pushing you. It doesn't mean, because SZA would never leave. And the reason she loves it is because Punch isn't saying you have to conform to something. He's saying, no, it could be better.
Yeah.
This is going to be the better product. And that's not I'm trying to pander to anyone. That's a creative to creative thing. And the relationship I think a manager and an artist should have. I want to push you to be your best and put out the best product.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at that, but I think when it's a business, you lose the ability to create freely. When you're commercializing and monetizing your art, you no longer are creating freely.
We're commercializing our business. Do you feel like you can create freely on here?
No.
You can say whatever you want.
Get into it.
But that's not what I do on a daily basis. I edit videos, and I edit videos that are going to respond well on social
Exactly.
media, because the goal is to gain followers and gain subscribers and gain money. This is not where I get to create freely.
But when we get there, are you going to be able to create freely?
No.
Why?
Do you think Joe Budden creates freely?
Yes.
No.
Because that's been the whole reason why the nigga said he was independent and didn't sign. I want to make this show and this network look exactly how I want to make it look. We have the opportunity as we build this to make this podcast, this company look exactly how we want to. There should be no like, oh my God, we have to pander to anything. We come up with everything.
I think that Joe Budden lives his dream and everybody else just kind of like builds around him.
They're employees. So yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
But but I feel like Joe Budden, you're talking about him creating freely. I feel like he's probably the only one in that ecosystem. That
I
is able to
agree.
create
I think that's why
it's called the Joe Budden Network.
Yes, I agree. I think we're on the same page. I think that's why we created our own network, because we want to be able to create freely. And now that we're the bosses and the founder, like niggas can't tell us shit.
I hear what Spencer's saying. I hear what you're
Because
saying, bro.
if we're creating freely, I want to get up here and I want to talk about the music that I want to talk about.
You can do that. You should do that.
No, we can't talk. We can only talk about Boldy James for so long.
Before I get sleepy.
And you don't want to hear me talk about like the jazz hop I've been listening to, or Yusuf Days in Japan. Like that's not what this audience base cares about, and it's not aligned with the brand that we're building.
But what about on your personal stream that you're starting?
Yeah, and we'll talk about that after, and I will.
Exactly. So you can create. Everything is in our hands. I don't like the mentality that like we have to like. I like working and I like jobs and I like those things, but I also like them when you make them work for you. I don't think this should be these things that we look at that we have to slave to this whole corporate consumerism bullshit that niggas say, bro. If you don't want to be a part of the rat race, go do something and contribute to something that you actually give a fuck about.
Yeah, bro, I'm not vocalizing this because I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm still so here for what we're building.
Yeah.
But have you ever painted to paint?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
You know what I'm saying? Have you tried it recently? Because that artistic impression is different than podcasting because you want to be a famous podcaster and because you want to get to a place where you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's hobby. That's like hobbies.
Today you could go create freely and do what you want. And the mental, like what you get like on a personal health, mental health level from that is different than when you're trying to build something and monetize.
Yeah, it's like
something.
playing basketball.
Yeah.
I think that's creativity too. You know what I mean? It's different situation. You know, it's art is everyone has their own hobbies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't disagree with you there. I don't think that those things are important, but I don't want to do those things. My day doesn't have to center around those. I want to do those when I want to do them.
Exactly. I want to do those when I want to do them.
Yeah,
all
I think you
day.
can.
My hobbies are my favorite shit in the world. I want to exercise all day. I want to play basketball. I want to paint. I
But
want
are
to
there
read.
not creative things that you value more than that?
Are there what?
Like I want to play basketball all the time too, but I want to make an album more than I want to play basketball. I want to play basketball sometimes. I'm gonna play basketball a couple times a week.
Okay, yes, and I agree with that take, but I want to make my album more than I want to play basketball. I don't want to make somebody else's album. and I don't want to pick beats for somebody else
Yeah,
or
but
just
that's-
contribute. I want, and what it would take for me to make my own album is not having a job.
But and yes, and you have that, and that's where I agree with you on the differences.
Yeah.
because you have aspirations of creating a personal album.
Yeah.
so that is how you would fulfill your creative vision.
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
I have no aspirations of making mine. So the highest degree that I see myself doing that is contributing to someone else's in an active way.
That's fair.
But I do,
and that
agree,
happens
yes.
in a working environment.
Yes,
I
you
get
know?
it. I get it.
And you guys, ultimately, I think we all want different things out of life, even though we want the same thing here, right? Like we all
Yeah.
have different types of goals. Like I know for me, like I feel like I'm always feel free as long as like I can do whatever I want, you know, with a little bit of feedback. But as long as I can put out whatever I want to put out and no one stops me or no one, I don't know, tries to act like it's like weird or different, like I'm cool with it. Like I feel like being able to do the solo stream has let me do that. It's like, yeah, I'm contributing to this, but I'm also just doing my own thing with a little bit of structure, you know, and having guests on and shit, being able to do the parties, being able to like, you know, post random shit on Instagram. Like that shit's fun for me, you know, like
Yeah.
being creative, being expressive, all that. But I think that you probably want a little bit more out of your creative, artistic life. I consider myself an artist, but I'm not an artist. I don't make music.
I agree
know
with
what
you
mean?
100%.
Yeah, and you make music, you design shit.
You pointed at it like I painted
Yeah,
it.
like,
Like I painted
I think
that.
we're creatives and he's an artist.
Yeah, if we're gonna put definition to those terms, I would agree with that. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Shit.
I
I-
definitely.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I have ideas and shit, but I don't know if I'm trying to like paint. you know?
And
I don't
honestly,
care to do that.
You brought up a good point when you brought in the personal stream, because what you just said about what you do through your personal stream, yeah, I think that would creatively fulfill me too, at least on this tip. You know what I mean? On content, on being a creative content creator.
yeah, it's so much fun. You can literally do whatever you want.
Yeah.
as long as it's for an hour and consistent. So
but on the going back to the question though, yeah, the 7-figure career is just like, I think that's gonna just happen. So like I'll take free $5,000 every month, just so, like that's my fun budget. That'll be fun.
I think that if I have the ability to do nothing and get $5,000 a month, I'm probably gonna do that. Because
I think that's
the
the right
7-figure career sounds like it comes with
That's
other shit.
restrictive. That's restrictive.
Yeah.
I don't need all that.